beat Slammers last week, but Slammers did 7F a big favour there. Sorry, did FD a big favour. Kilo has returned, so we'll get stuck into map bans.
Yes, I was going to say with the GSE versus Slammers Association, if it had gone the way of GSE, which unfortunately it didn't, we would have been seeing GSE and FD in that contention for the 4th spot. So instead, we're seeing Slammers and FD taking on that 4th spot, but FD and GSE, their match was a very one-sided affair. So if it would have thrown, if GSE had won against Slammers, then FD would have more chance of going into the finals.
Agreed.
As even if they'd lost to Slammers, the round differential as well as the potential tiebreak would have gone in favor of Fortress Death rather than going in favor of Slammers at the moment.
Indeed. Let's kick us off with the map ends. J-Rolls on production. So we do have the players in the lobby. We are good to go. Nice to see Muto and Kalkara.
First one out.
Kilo, Muto and Kalkara are on the roster for GSE. It's very nice to see.
Muto's awake.
Muto, he's awake. He's turned up. We're excited to see Muto. I'm very excited.
Look, I have a bit of sympathy for Muto because I've done the exact same thing on the podcast. So we've both kindred spirits of sleeping in.
I love it.
Cafe is going to go off second for GSE. Third one, I'm guessing that it's probably going to be a Coastline or a Consulate for RandsAU. They don't really want to be. There we go. Consulate straight off the board. I think Coastline is going to come out from GSE because they don't really want to be playing that style of map, but Clubhouse is going to go off first. I think we could be going to, it's going to be either an Oregon or a Villa, and being GSE, I think they're going to want to take this to Oregon, seeing as they're up against RandsAU, and it's playing RandsAU on Villa, it's going to end in, we've seen it end in overtime twice, at least from memory, and both of those times Rand did lose, but they're strong. They're up there with 7F. They're up there with Fortress Death, and GSE did not do very well against either of those two teams. Just based on history, go to Oregon, play your better map in terms of how GSE want to play. But as I say that, we are Oregon. RandsAU starting on defense as they have picked it. We're going to be seeing. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Oregon, here we go. Let's get straight into those operator bans, straight into the game. GSE versus RandsAU. Let's get this happening.
The transition was so clunky, J-Rolls, on Discord. I'm so sorry, I butchered it 3 times. I always have a tendency to click the wrong image, but I got rid of the map ban.
Aren't they labelled with what they are?
Yeah, they are, but I'm old and I'm sitting probably about a metre away, and it's very hard for
Can't quite see it with your boomer eyes.
Yes, indeed. Anyway.
Should have gone to Specsavers.
I should have.
What you don't need Specsavers to tell you is Thatcher's banned.
Non-sponsored, Kilo. Non-sponsored.
Not yet. If anyone works for Specsavers, hit us up. Jackal as well.
Pretty stock standard.
Very, very standard bans for the attack.
I'd expect to see Mirror off the blockade.
I do like seeing Jackal on this map, though, being played.
Oh,
so,
interesting.
A Rooney coming out, GSE.
Like that. That's an Ashton ban. I think that's an Ashton or Charlton target ban.
Ashton or Charlton, target ban, a little bit for RandsAU, but not a
the
clash
Elishotty.
ban.
They don't want to deal with the Elishotty. I like that.
Not a clash ban, though. But what this does mean is that the big three of Valkyrie, Cade, and Mirror are all on the board.
Interesting choices. I like it.
This is going to be a little bit more defender-sided than we will usually see this sometimes. But with Wall of Wizardry on his defense, playing that clash potentially for the basement sites, I'm not sure if RandsAU are going to have the coordination to be able to take that out. They should do, but we don't know, and we won't know until 6 rounds in. Because first we have RandsAU. on the attack and GSE on the defense. Shino coming off the Zofia and picking onto something a little bit more manageable. Maybe not manageable because he's picked onto Blitz. Zanasny picking off the Mirror and going onto the more frag-heavy operator of Bandit. Almost possibly a little bit lost, but they are going to be playing kids' dorms with a Pulse. So Pulse playing below. They've got a couple of C4s, a couple of potential C4s at least, between Zanasny, Charlton, Peakaholic, and Zexy. On the other side of the coin, Capitao from Wall of Wizardry, Ying from Sleepy, Muddo on the Finca that he loves so much, Kalkara playing on Twitch, and Shino on the Blitz, 6-picked to the Blitz.
Monster on Twitch. I have to admit, I've seen him. If you're familiar with the streams and obviously the league, you've seen him. He's really, really good on the Twitch. Really, really good.
A bit of a monster on the Twitch, and that's why with some of my friend groups that I play Siege with, we ban the Twitch.
Whoa! That's my operator there. That's not.
None of us play it.
Well, I play
and we
it.
know that
It's
a
my
lot of
favourite
the frag-heavy people and people who come across to Siege from other games, they will play the Twitch because the gun recoil is very similar to some of the other games that you play.
I pick her for the gadget, and obviously the gadget got a significant buff. But the gadget before Flores, it was the only real utility clear. You can clear so much information with it. So that's why I always love playing it for that. And as we start up,
Wall of Wizardry being spawn peeked with a shotgun, but Sleepy is going to get the refrag there. That is Capitao off the board. No more smokes, no more firebolts. Sleepy has been buffed up, Muddo as well. Charlton taking a lot of damage there from a failed spawn peek attempt. It looks like they still have 3 C4s in the pocket. Looks like a lightning take from down below, taking that small tower control. Blitz on that main window there. C4 goes out, doesn't quite manage to do enough damage to the Blitz. Blitz blinding and the Ying blinding, sorry.
So I think the
Shot's
Ying's
coming out.
Oh no, what happened there?
Blitz is going to take, that's two for Oski. Zanasny finding one onto Kalkara. Sleepy and Muto not being able to find any more than 1 kill at the end there.
Okay, let's break that right down. So what happened was the Blitz was in, but the Candela went off, so the Blitz got blinded by it. They both got blinded, which was insane. And it just went pear-shaped because the Blitz lost sight of where Oski was, and then Oski was able to get 2 frags. Wow, that was a bit of a balls up there by GSE, but it was looking okay for a second there. I thought, oh my god, the Blitz is going to kill him, and this round's going to evolve brilliantly for GSE, but it didn't quite go to plan. Who was on the Ying? I would need to know. Okay,
Sleepy was on the Ying.
Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there with the Candela going in when Blitz literally had the man in trouble.
Are we going to be seeing a 6-pick from the Warden? No, we're not. We're going to be seeing the Warden stay in. Now, that Warden is definitely to counter both the Blitz and the Ying that was brought last round. So, are we going to be seeing Peakaholic playing this Warden for the rest of the rounds on their defense, being afraid of that Blitz-Ying combo? Or are we going to be seeing the Warden taken away in true Siege timing fashion, just as that Blitz and Ying get brought back out?
We talk a lot about counters, and you'd love to see the smart play from Rounds. I've recognised that maybe there's going to be a bit of a rush strat here, as opposed to what we just saw in the previous round. So adaptation, Kilo, we talk about it often, and a lot of the stream in these games, you've got to adapt. They've gone, they haven't quite gone with the Ying again, maybe after that round of the Blitz, but I do like the adaptation. Peakaholic on the Warden, which is nice to see. Not the most popular pick in the league, but they did the adaptation. Look, it was an adaptation pick, so...
I actually rate Warden. Yeah. Warden is, at least for last season, before I really picked up the cap can and sunk my teeth into him, I played Warden nearly exclusively. Ooh. Because there's just so many combinations you can do with the Warden. You've got Shotgun Warden, you've got Pistol Warden, you've got the MPX, it's the same as Valkyries, but it has a 1.5 scope, and you've got the ability to just ignore flashes and frags with a C4 in the back pocket. It's great.
Well, that Gong 6 is gone.
Gone 6 gone, but opening the way for the frag grenade to come out and just not quite get through the mirror. Pre-fires are going to come out from Shino. Very smart play to use the Gone 6 to find that. Peakaholic does get one of the kills with the Warden there onto the 0. Kalkara falling to the MPX of Peakaholic.
Oh.
C4 is going to go out from Zanasni and find Sleepy as well. Charlton finding Muddo. Zanasni finding Wall of Wizardry. It's all left down to Shino, who's hiding behind the blue barrels. Does find
Zanasni
one.
with a TK.
Gets a TK as well. Zanasni, but does find the final kill.
Oh. Ashen playing
That was just a bloodthirsty swing there.
Yeah. A little bit linear, a little bit of a linear push there. They got stifled. I feel like they were going to commit to a push there, a blue push, and they were going to heavily push it, but they kind of paused. And it just played right into the hands of Rands there. Big shout out to the Firebird. Just a quick shout out. Thank you for the 16 months. Appreciate it, mate. Much love. Appreciate you. But yeah, huge round for Rands there, and a rough one for the lads from GSE.
Just a little bit of a rough one there.
So Nasty's playing angry. He's on 5 kills. Might have a little bit of a fuel or a little bit of a rocket here, Gilo, just to prove a point. Doesn't start slow. He's a perennial slow starter, and he builds nicely in most of the games we've seen him. He doesn't always come out firing, but he's had a couple of slow starts and then ended up in like he's pretty much stock standard 13 to 17 kill range, like he does most games. So good to see him 5-0 in the first 2 rounds and a couple of really nice shots there.
I think he's chasing the
kill record. Oh,
I think he's chasing the record. He's done a really good warm up, and he's really looking at taking that record out. That record is held by Valentino and
Lacoste.
Lacoste from 7F from was it Valentino?
Yes.
Valentino plays for Matrix.
Yes, correct.
Yes, Matrix and 7F respectively. Valentino
and Lacoste.
Lacoste.
Are they set up properly here? This doesn't look like they're.
It doesn't look like there's much setup
yeah.
at all. With 4 seconds remaining on setup timer, Zanasni just putting down those main wall reinforcements. There's
I've seen this. Have you
3
seen
reinforcements left. They're playing very vertically then, I think.
I've seen this. Watch this. This is dirty.
This is an interesting angle.
No, I have seen this.
Double punch hole peek.
Yeah.
All the way into, is that out the main door? But spawn peak is going to be coming out, and it looks like it's going to be one of those run out spawn peaks.
Ooh, Zexy with the shotgun.
Second shotgun spawn peak, but he does get shut down once again, and it's an even 4v4 trade with the pulse off the board. Thermite, though, is the one to be traded out, and that is definitely a trade you can live with if you are...
Oh, he jumped out. Okay.
And he's given cams to Dokkaebi.
Oh,
But Sleepy is going to be found by Kalkara. A bit of
Wizard.
team on team. Blue on blue. Peakaholic is going to find Muddo, and that is going to take...
Oh, Zanasni.
Take the team.
Oh, Zanasni. Oh, my.
Oh, did Wizard drop there?
Yes, he jumped out with the shotgun out of the window.
No, Wizard has dropped.
Wizard's disconnected. Yeah, we're going to pause. We're going to have a technical pause.
From the lobby.
Yeah. Sorry, that was mid-game. I don't know if you saw that. Sorry, you're probably concentrating. We will have a quick pause to get Wizard back in the game.
Kalkara is also disconnected.
Just give us a second, chat. We will pop back to the casting screen for a moment whilst we get the players back into the lobby. But yeah, interesting start to the game. Rands are really red hot right now.
I've popped the chat open while we're back onto this stream, and I've just seen a pretty much a when does Bolo play moment, but it's a when does Silk Bros play.
I want to say this. Rangan did say when you were talking about Twitch before, Kilo saving the gold strats. So a little bit offensive there from Rangar. Kalkara is back.
I do generally play in gold, so it's not PC gold. So I'm not I'm a bit trash. But that's me.
Yeah. So we've just had Zexy drop. We do have Kalkara back. We're just waiting on Wizard. Why is Sleepy leaving? Okay, seems to be Wizard is back. There we go. So we are getting the players back, and it might be a little bit of a glitch here. When is Tokyo playing? Yeah, we do love Tokyo. We do love Tokyo. We've got 4-on-4 so far. So we have got the players back in. I think there was a little bit of a shifting around there. So some of the players might have just taken the opportunity to reset quickly. We do have 4 players for each team in at the minute. So just bear with us, chat, and we will get this one underway. It is currently 3-0 for Rands over GSE. And so Nasty's on a mission today. 7-0-0 right now after 3 rounds. So there we go.
He's definitely looking at collecting that kill record.
But on track, but I don't think we'll have enough rounds to get it. I don't look like it's not looking like that right now. So
if Rands goes 7-2 and then
we are good to go.
Who is it that's playing 7F? Is that NME playing 7F?
It is, yes.
It is. If NME pull out the upset of the century, Rands could actually be put onto that top of that table. There is a potential.
We had all the players in the lobby, but 2 just dropped again. So just double checking with what's going on with the players. So just please bear with the chat. But we are getting the players back in the lobby as fast as we possibly can. We did have them all back, but they've just 2 have just dropped, 1 from each side. So hopefully we'll be able to get Sleepy has returned. Perfect. And we're just waiting on our final player. Oh, Sleepy had actually returned onto the Rands roster. No wonder. There we go. I'm dossing them. No kicks. 20 kills is the roster. And Zexy has returned. There we go. So I think we should be good to go here. All the players are back in the lobby. So we are in the pick phase.
Are they on the right teams? Do check
that. We are good. We are good to go. So we'll pop back onto the game screen.
I'm putting this to you now, Adam. If Rands get a clean sweep in this...
I think they can do it. It would take 7F would have to lose 7-0 or something like that, wouldn't they?
We do first need to change the RandsAU and GSE tags for defense and attack up the top because they are not quite correct.
Thank you, someone, for bringing that to our attention. I believe someone did pop that in the chat earlier, so I do apologise. We just had a couple of disconnections from the players, but we are back in, so we're good to go. Yes, thank you, Johnny. Beautifully played. JRL's in production. Great job, always, as always.
If Rands get that clean sweep that they look like they're going for, that's not to say GSE can't stop them, but if they do, they are putting themselves in a box seat to actually be able to take over from 7F in the ladder. That is, of course, if NME do exceptionally well and get that upset that they may be looking for, they could potentially put themselves into that first place and play whoever wins out of Fortress Death and Slammers Association.
So there is a lot on the line here. GSE have had a really good season. We don't want to undersell their value. They're looking a bit like a bit of a rough one.
Early on in the season, they were the other undefeated team. They were the only other undefeated team between 7F and GSE.
I remember that.
Of course, 7F have put that all the way to last week where they lost against Nefarious.
Oh, we got drained out. Oh. They have lost the entry frag outside of the building on every round, I believe.
Yeah, Peakaholic just...
Yeah, and Zexy did it twice with the shotgun, in fairness.
Yeah. Peakaholic does find Sleepy, and that's one of the hard breaches once again off the boards. Frag is going to be cooked and sent in, but not do any damage as the player of Peakaholic has just dipped straight out of that classroom area.
Check a tea bag from Peakaholic there.
Little bit of a dance. Zexy looks like he's going to go for the run out onto that master balcony. Shino finding Zexy, and that's once again Zexy being the opening death for RandsAU. Shino is going to be found by Peakaholic though, as the refrag does come out. Charlton dipping up those big stairs. Big tower stairs, finding Kalkara, and that puts GSE at a 2v4 disadvantage. Muto needing to find that... Needing to find a good couple of kills, but keeping himself and Wall of Wizardry alive as well as he does it.
I'm a big Muto fan.
Coming out from the wall, but Peakaholic finding the kill. Peakaholic left on very low health there after that engagement. He's going to try and cross, but the pre-fire from Muto is going to deal enough damage there. C4 is going to come out and not do any damage as Muto had already moved away from that location. Peakaholic taking that main door, doing the controller spin and celebrating. I'm on the sticks like everyone else after the changes that Sony has made to how the PlayStation interprets the inputs.
Specky, thank you. I did thank you. I did see the message. I do apologize. Thank you, Specky. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm sure I am, Graham. Buto does win these, but unfortunately not on that occasion. Poor Buto. Indeed, Zara. We love Buto. But Rands really put it in. Peakaholic and Zanasni are 13-0 combined. This is starting to look like a little bit of a whitewash coming on here. And it may be a very, very ugly end to the season for a very good overall season for GSE, but a very ugly game to end the season, it's looking like. And we have 7F flexing their muscles a little bit here right before the finals campaign.
Or Rands.
Sorry, that also, apologies, sorry. I'm not okay.
Haven't seen 7F really flex their muscles tonight yet. And
yet.
Whatever last week was not a flex in terms of not bringing out the victory against Nefarious. Yes, they had a couple of players down, but that is just what happens sometimes in the league.
Rough one for GSE, but it's
so far
not over.
It is very much of a rough one, but you can bring it back.
They need to not lose an entry frag outside of the building within the first 5 seconds of the round to have an opportunity to win a round so far. Because that's been the honest, let's be honest, it's killing them at the minute. The entry frag, spawn peeking ability of Rands is absolutely hurting GSA right now. They're playing 4 and 5 basically every round. It's very much hampering their ability to be able to impact rounds on attack when they've lost, you know, a member of their attacking lineup within the first 5 or 10 seconds of a round, which has happened on 4 occasions so far.
With a couple of unfortunate TKs thrown into the mix as well. But we are going to be seeing a very strong small tower presence push coming in from GSE. Looking at it, looks like it could be a freezer laundry take. Now, this is my personal favorite take or favorite way to take this site. But Zexy will have been droned out, and he looks like he's getting pinched just a little bit. He is going to be finished off, and that is the opening kill for the first time for GSE. This could be their round. It could be a bit of a momentum shifter. There is a player playing in Zulu. That's the Legion of Zanasni. But is he going to be able to take 3 of those players? No, he's going to dip down to freezer and not take that gunfight, which is a very, very intelligent move. He's going to give Mozzie a bit of a smooch.
Nice
Oski,
glasses,
a little bit of a smooch. Do love the glasses.
Having a bit of fun. That's what it's all about. Like to see it.
The league's a little bit of fun, but they definitely play it seriously. It's not all fun and games. As Peakaholic does take out Sleepy, putting it back to a 4-on-4.
Oh, we've got the information.
He's going to be droned out.
Chino, you have the information. He was getting red ping, Chino.
Drone him out. The red ping, a little bit late, but is going to swing on
Kalkara.
Few of those. Kalkara finding Peakaholic, and that is the refrag. Muto being tagged up by Zanasni, but Zanasni also being tagged back by Muto.
I love how he's not called Muto anymore, he's Muto. That's amazing. It is Muto for anyone that is...
Yes, we understand that it's Muto.
It's love. We know Muto. He's a good friend of the stream. Great player. We love him.
Muto, kindred spirit with myself for falling asleep and sleeping through your commitments to the league, but that's why I can get away with
create a duo queue, Kilo and Muto, the sleepy Muto.sleepy
nap time.
Nap time. I like it. Very nice. Shino's gonna go big here. I can feel it. He's due for a round.
Nap.time, sleep.time.
Oh, Shino.
Shino not quite managing to find the kill there.
Oh,
pushing up that.
Kalkara, no.
Oski finding Kalkara. Shino does find Zanasni as a trade out off screen as well.
I think that Wizard will be very upset with that one because he did drone Kalkara beautifully there. So
yeah, and it's not the usual Shino over drone that we do see sometimes from Wall of Wizardry. This was a proper drone, but Muto pushing, trying to make a crossover rotate right in the gun sight of Charlton. Shino does manage to find the kill though and pick him up, but Oski finding the shot onto Wall of Wizardry, but Shino cleaning him up in that 1v1.
Yep.
knowing exactly where he's going and reading the situation perfectly.
I did say Shino was going to go big there. I felt it. He was in a really nice position there. Positioning was brilliant in that round. They didn't see him, even though I think he missed a very quick, brief interaction where he saw Zanasny or Oski run across when he was holding the bottom stairs. But he was in a really good position in terms of positioning for that round. It was really good. Wizard were a little bit upset with Kalkara, I think, on that drone work. They did everything right. Had the red pings, but Shino, great round for him individually, and a good round for GSE, a much needed round for GSE, Kilo.
Absolutely. And look, I think going back onto that Muto, I want to see him as nap.time or sleep.time or something like that.
Yeah.
I think .time would be a really good clan tag. Just saying.
Nap time is so good. Muto.naptime, Kilo.naptime, the squad.
We'll have to get a 5-stack happening.
Yeah. So good. You gotta love it. I love this league. I love you, Kilo.
I'm loving the league as well.
He's a little bit uncomfortable with that chat.
It was thrown at me from the blue. It was thrown at me straight from the blue, and I'm trying to maintain that air of professionalism that I do have.
I'm the color commentator. Remember, you're the play-by-play, mate. You're the, what's it called? You say it all the time.
Shoutcaster.
That's a shoutcaster. Yeah.
Shoutcaster.
I have to bring a little bit of fun, Kilo. Oh man, I'm just completely embarrassed him in front of 125 people. I'm sorry, but anyway, on to the next round.
Next round, round 6, the final round for RandsAU to win a defensive round, and also the final round for GSE to make that 4-2 split happen. Yeah. They're halfway there, and they're 50% closer to getting that 4-2 split than they were at the start of last round. A fun little statistic for you. Charlton is going to go for the run out, and he's going to try and find a player with a bit of the opening outside of the map spawn peak that is known for free fires are going to come out, but he's going to dip off that pixel angle. Oski.
Oh, Charlton.
Knowing. Charlton not quite throwing his magnet frisbee deep enough. Nickaholic is going to find the clone of Ayana. Twitch Jones going to buzz the laser just above his head. Zanasny rotating back down those laundry stairs. Sleepy is going to finish off his hole and chops a frag in that room. He's going to be eaten up by that Wamai frisbee that we talked about just earlier. Spicy burrito in hand. Doesn't quite manage to do it, but Sleepy finding the kill and saving Wall of Wizardry nearly from taking any damage. Sleepy going big here, tagging up another 2 players. Zanasny is going to fall to Shino. Sleepy pushing right into sight. Peakaholic falling. He's going to pre-fire onto Oski, who was playing behind that shield. He's going to rotate back into Freezer and give up a little bit of that site control. Zexy playing on the shield now. 3 players on that killer's location. Oski is going to go down. Zexy, not with the gun that you want to be playing against. Finds 2 in Wall of Wizardry and Muto. 2v2 post plant now. 35 seconds left on the clock. Oski is going to need to go big now.
Oh no.
Kalkara is going to fall to Zexy. That's a triple for him. He's going to look for the 4th. Doesn't see him in electrical. Does know that he's there now. Swing comes out and it's down to no health. Prone works. Shino with the drop shot.
What a game. What a round.
Shino with the drop shot.
Oh my god. Wow.
If he had not gone prone there, he would have been knifed.
Oh my god.
That is a 4-2 split that we did not see happening. RandsAU can no longer go to the top of the table.
Oh, Kilo, that is one of the best rounds I've seen this season. That was all GSC, and somehow and some way, oh my god, Zexy almost brought it back with the Frost 3 kills and picking up Oski, who then got a kill. And if it wasn't for the low health of Oski, he may have won that gunfight, but what an incredible round by Shino. Shino is on 9 kills and literally has won the last 2 rounds. It has been absolutely insane. What a round that was.
Can I make a prediction? Like we see New Era going 7-5, we often see Wall of Wizardry at some point during a game go 1-7.
And also Burst and Wizard baiting with the AK on the roof. Love you, Wizard. If you watch this, love you.
We say it out of love.
Round. That was a crazy
And
round.
I believe it was Wizard that actually called himself first, to me at least, Wall of 1 and 7.
That was a crazy round. I'm not gonna lie, that was insane. That was awesome to watch.
I'm still slowly digesting it in my mind. I'll come up with some analysis of it about half an hour from now. But we are now moving on to the start of GSE's defense. Now, I'd say those last 2 rounds were won off the back of their drone work. It always is with GSE. Their drone work steps up and the rest of the players step up as well. There were pings going out everywhere. They knew where everyone was. They had the intel and they used it this time. Rather than the last round that came down to the wire for GSE, it was definitely more drone heavy than the first 4 rounds that we saw. But no more drones in the back pocket for GSE as they switch on to defense. Shino is going to find the first kill outside of the map on true RandsAU style, but it's GSE this time onto Zanasny. That's a big pick. Zanasny, I think he heard you. I think you've cursed him, Adam. You said he was going big, and you said that he's worked his slow starts out, and I believe he has worked his slow starts out, but he hasn't kept the momentum up, and he's gone down and taken 7 and 3 in the last 3 rounds. He hasn't really done much. Peakaholic is going to take a lot of damage there. Charlton as well on the pre-fire from Shino. Sexy playing in that garage, and Muto dipping from that location. Kalkara playing a very aggressive angle on those white stairs, looking for anything that he can do. Wall of Wizardry throws out the C4, doesn't find anything. Sleepy doing a pre-fire on the pixel on the breach that is now open.
Muto in a really nice room here. Really nice flank.
Aggressively.
Really nice flank by Muto there. Good positioning. They're in good position here to hold this. Oh no, Sleepy, yes,
Sleepy finding Charlton, looking at trying to take out the breach. Wall of Wizardry falling to Oski as well. Oski now falling to Sleepy, but Peakaholic trading him out, and that's Sleepy down as well. Kalkara finding Peakaholic, and it's all trades everywhere. Zexy, last one alive for RandsAU. On the window, Repel, Mutto, and Kalkara have rotated back to site. Kalkara being that, or was it Muto? One of them was being the Roma. Found downstairs.
Oh, Zexy, not like that. He almost fell off, but I don't think that would have been a good outcome.
He did try and repel, but then decided against it. That was not the play. The fall off wouldn't have been a bad idea, as he would have landed on the balcony and not really taken any damage, but he would have been straight in the crosshairs of both Muto and Kalkara. Quick peeking around the corner does take a little bit of a tagging from that rotate onto Master, or not Master, onto Bunks, sorry, from Attic. He's going to need to pick up the diffuser before he gets anything done. Oh no. He's going to throw out some of those flashes, but they're going to be eaten up by ADSs. Pre-firing out onto the rotate, onto the top of white stairs, not managing to find too much happening, but is going to get tagged up, or tagged down to 50 health. Is going to find Mutto and finish him off as well in proper Zexy fashion. Pre-firing out the rotate and not being able to find anything, but he's going to have to plant as there's 13 seconds left. C4 does go out, doesn't manage to finish him off, and Zexy with the clutch on Kalkara.
Oh, not like that, boys. Oh my god, they did everything right, GSE. Holy, what a throw. Oh, they just had to hold their nerve. They chased the kill. They just had to hold it. They deserved to win that round, but what a play by Zexy. He capitalized on the mistakes, Kilo. That was incredible.
If Zexy was planting the bomb the other way around, it was a bit of a weird way to plant, just personally, but it worked out for him it worked out for him in the end because he was able to outrun that C4 that was thrown by Kalkara.
Oh, they had that round. They did everything possibly right, and Zexy, what a clutch. What a clutch by Zexy. We sometimes the best clutches are from when an opposition throws around, and that was certainly one of them because a couple of very questionable positioning decisions there from the boys in GSE, and they'll probably ruin that round because they are right in this match. Let's hope that they can bounce back from that, and you always talk about the mental aspect of Siege, Kilo. Can they bounce back? That is going to be a bit of a tilter, that one there, because they had everything in their favor to win that round. They just had to hold the cross on the breach and deny. Maybe if somebody positioned themselves to be in Addict, it would have been a better outcome for them.
It's more the setting up of the crosses and playing and holding those positions. They didn't have those positions held, and Muto running right across breach and really making the cross that shouldn't have happened, trying to go for that flank through Master and set up the cross there. What would have been better is a dip down white stairs, go straight through Zulu, through Classroom, up those main stairs, and back to taking that out. Shino going for another spawn peek onto Zanasny, but he's going to be ready for it a little bit. Zexy, the star from the last round, taking being tagged down to 47 health, roughly.
Shino's having a great game. I think we're just... Oh, Zexy!
You say that and you've cast a curse him.
I'm so
Zexy
sorry.
does take the head off Shino as he goes for the repeat. That was a choice, not necessarily the best choice, but a choice nonetheless. Kalkara is going to be playing in that white stairs position now, looking down towards the small tower rotate. Zanasny is going to be looking at trying to push into and trying to find this Cade Claw that is not in its usual location.
Oh, Sleepy.
Sleepy is going to find Charlton, and that puts us back onto a 4v4 after the early death from Shino.
Muto making up for last round. Oh no! Not like
Muto
that,
being taken out by Pikaholic on the Hibana with the
this is all
Finker
Rands.
boost as well, still running through. Zanasny finding Sleepy, and it puts it into a 2v4 situation. Kalkara going down to Pikaholic. Zanasny taking a lot of shots, but finishing off Wall of Wizardry for the final kill with the drop shot as well.
Yeah, I just want to talk about last round. I know we're moving forward in this match, but we're now on 2-6 and probably, I think if you're looking at that round, there's probably a little bit of tilt in the way GSE played that round.
Absolutely. The mental aspect.
It should be
definitely.
We should be talking 4-3, and that round would have been a lot slower, I believe. But it's now 6-2, so, and match point. So it does, one round can change the complexity of an entire game. So we don't want to hype on it too much, but it's a big game changer. That last round was so close, and then you go to that round and they just get absolutely wiped off the board. So Blitz pick coming out from Charlton with no 6 pick. Oh, this is a bit of a toxic lineup here. A bit of in your face to GSE here. A little bit of bad blood maybe in the water somewhere. Blackbeard, Ying, Blitz, Line, and Finker. Whoa,
I almost think it's a bit of a payback for, hey, you did this to us round one, we're going to do it to you round on match point, just to rub salt in the wound a little bit. But as we've seen from round one, it can go pear-shaped very, very quickly. It can just go south at 1,000,000 miles a minute.
It has to be a blue push or main stairs push. I would love to see a rush down main stairs. This would be incredible.
I
main
think
stairs
that
rush.
those two could be right, but Freezer is also an option for this kind of lineup. If you send the Blitz down Freezer, if GSE don't set up crosses enough in Freezer, it will be a very quick round as they will just fly down Freezer and cut sight in half.
I'm going for a call here. It's a little bit outlandish. I'm calling it a main stairs rush straight down the front stairs. I'm picking that over blue.
I don't think they're going to be going blue. But I do think they'll be going.
This lineup speaks main stairs for me. I'm really excited to see what they do here. This is a rush.
I'm thinking Freezer because Sleepy is now.
Someone just took damage. Muddo took damage. What?
Muddo's been running himself through walls.
The main stairs. I told you. I know. I've seen this before. I told you it's a main stairs killer. I called this before it happened. Here we go. We all the Blitz.
Well, it's being stifled just a little bit as Charlton falls to Shino, playing above with C4. Muddo falling to
trades galore.
Oski falling to Muddo. Muddo falling to Pikaholic, and Zexy finding Shino. We're down to a 3v3, and there's 2 minutes 30 left in the clock. Ying is going to be throwing out that Candela whenever it comes. Candela does go off and blinds only enemies because Ying is immune to her own stuns.
Unlucky.
Pikaholic finds Wall of Wizardry, who was blind, hiding in the corner. Pikaholic pushing down Freezer, and Zexy finding Sleepy. That is the game. RandsAU take it 7-2.
I know my Siege Kilo. I knew what was coming when I saw it. The lineup spec, it spoke main stairs rush, and they almost countered it. In fairness to them,
Yeah.
3v3, but the ADS, no ADS inside, and Wizard gets flat. The 0-9 Demon Wizard. I don't want
Yeah.
to. Love you, Mata.
Well, he's
Love
not the
you,
0-10
Shane.
demon. He's not 1-10 demon,
No,
but
the
he is
the
0-9
Demon. Zexy, well played, mate. You played really well, mate. Really,
We do have to talk about Wizard. That man kills are not everything. You can see in the amount he drones.
He does, yeah.
Whether the team
We
picks
love
up
Wizard.
on those drones.
Don't want to be too harsh on Wizard. We love Wizard.
Whether the team picks up on his droning, that's a debate for, and whether his droning is spot on. I'm going straight back to that Villa game, which is definitely up there for the biggest rip of this tournament. Is that overdroning of Shino where he gets cleaned up very, very quickly in Astro.
And he got traded out easily instantly by Shaz.